It's Tea Time on Liberty Today, featuring discussions on time travel, transformation, and thankfulness. All this plus U.S. foreign policy and the Ukraine today on Liberty Today.
We've all seen some of the movies like Back to the Future where time travel is part and parcel of the plot. Bob Ellis from the American Clarion is with us. And Bob, I'm just wondering if you had the opportunity to do some time traveling, would you go into the future or would you go to the past?
Well, the future is kind of tempting. Everybody wants to know what's coming and how things will change, but the past contains so much of interest to me that I would probably have a hard time deciding which point in the past to go to.
Well, one that comes to my mind is when this country was being formed, the really great patriots who sacrificed literally their lives, their fortune, and their sacred honor.
Absolutely, that would have to be right up there. In fact, a few months ago, about 6 months ago, my family and I, we were fortunate enough to take about a week-long tour, about 8 days, out in the Washington, D.C. area, and we drove up to Philadelphia, saw Independence Hall, the Liberty Bell, Valley Forge, things like that. And in a way, it was kind of like stepping back in time, because you see these things like Independence Hall where these great men came together to talk about great ideas that changed the course of this planet forever in very profound ways. Got to see some of their homes like Mount Vernon, where George Washington lived, Monticello, where Thomas Jefferson lived. If I could go back in time and actually be at those places and see those men doing those things, what a thrill.
Oh, can you hear some of the statements? Can you hear the Gettysburg Address?
Yeah. In fact, that was one of the places we mentioned as well, was Gettysburg there in Pennsylvania. Remarkable place, nothing like I imagined, but went through this small town that had such a big battle around it, and saw the place where Abraham Lincoln rode the train and got off the train there in Gettysburg. And then to hear those words, just a short little speech, but yet it's so profound that unless things have changed, school children are required to learn that verbatim in school. I know I was.
I would suspect that if you quizzed most children who are graduating from the 8th grade, maybe high school, that they couldn't recite a line of it.
Based on some surveys that I've seen in the last couple of years about educational performance and where the state of things are with our kids knowing things like that, I wouldn't be surprised at all.
You know, we may be able to see in our lifetime the kind of dramatic patriotism that we read about and learned as students. One that comes to mind is give me liberty or give me death. We may very well in our lifetime see those kinds of patriotism be called to action. I don't know.
I think that we are fast approaching a cusp where we're going to have a choice as a people. We're going to have a choice to have certain people among us rise up and be those kind of people again, the Patrick Henrys, the John Adams, the James Madisons, the Sam Adams of that day, rise up and speak out passionately for freedom, or America is going to just slide off into the darkness, into the night. It's really not going to go any other way, and I am hoping, I am banking, I am betting that there will be enough people out there that will step up to the plate when that time comes.
You know, the line that says, give me liberty or give me death, unfortunately has morphed a bit, and currently many people would say, give me liberty or give me a subsidy.
Give me a check.
And an alarming number of Americans have sold out to subsidies, haven't they?
And many of our state governments as well. So many of the states now are so dependent on federal income, largesse from the federal government, that the slaves and the people have basically been made serfs of the federal bureaucracy, this monster that we have in Washington, D.C. That seems to be more important to many people than having their God-given freedom.
You know, I can almost see, in my mind's eye, I can see President Lincoln riding on the train, writing the speech, and then delivering the speech. Can you see that?
I can.
I wonder if perhaps you can, and I wonder if maybe we are being called to a time when indeed we need some Abraham Lincolns, we need some Patrick Henrys, we need some Sam Adams. Not from the bottle, but from the patriotic past.
The fiery passion for freedom.
Yes. Maybe, just maybe, that kind of patriot still exists and is preparing to stand up and seize the torch.